Crappy weather out here today. Oh, that was brutal. The goal of this trip was to hike out to the Red Dragon and do a first ascent of that mountain. Now the Red Dragon is one of 3 peaks on the same range, each capped with a different type of rock. Iron for the Red Dragon, one of them is limestone, which is the White Dragon, and I believe the Black Dragon is capped with onyx, or some other black type of rock. But to get there, we'd have to hike up onto this ridge, across the ridge, down a steep wall, through a valley of thick brush and rolling rock formations, up another steep wall, across another valley, and then up to the Red Dragon. There and back is about 36 kilometers, 2,700 meters of elevation gain, which we would spread over 3 days. We're definitely out in the bush here now. It smells like the deep backcountry out here. I'm with the troublemaker himself.
Woo!
So I don't know if you guys can see that really well. That's Starlink satellites. I've never seen that before. Yeah, it does. It looks like an invasion. That's unreal.
That's crazy, eh?
So we got a 2-day adventure here. It just happened to be that I was planning the same thing pretty much as what Donald's doing. He sent me a message and we moved schedules around a little bit to put this together. Better to double team this out in the middle of Timbuk nowhere than kind of do it solo. So this is Donald's rig. He's got
oh yeah, this is my mattress. It's like a 3-fold mattress. I've got a fitted sheet on it. And so I just fold it down. I'm ready to
What kind of vehicle is this?
It's a Nissan Rogue. Pillows here.
Space in there?
Yeah, I can fully stretch out. I'm 6 feet, and I can fully stretch out with a couple inches to spare. So
we're gonna head off to bed. I'll see you guys in the morning.
There's a big deactivation up here in a bit.
It's a pretty big deactivation.
That's my hitch dragging.
Well done.
Yeah, that's a nasty.
I've personally gone through and cleaned this road out just so you can get up here.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Oh, yeah, I like it so that my car doesn't touch the branches at all. I'd rather not scratch anymore. I filled in a couple rocks right here. The spot's still pretty rough.
Well, good morning. We're up the road now. We're gonna be starting up through the bush, and it's about 800 meters up to the alpine, and then from there it's just gonna be all big playground up there. Well, this is definitely a relentless slog straight up. It's starting to bust up here into the old growth. So we just went around a couple wasp nests, and there's a couple more near us here. A wasp nest in here somewhere. You can see them buzzing. So we got wasp nests right there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go up here.
It might be done, but
not sure. Don't want to wake them.
going right.
All right, come quick. Not sure if I angered them. They're more angry down lower. So I just went through here and I stirred up a nest. Yeah, and they're pissed now. Yeah, this is Donald versus wasps. Part 2. Part 3. Yeah, let's go. They're definitely stirred up. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Good.
Still some wasps coming after us. So Donald just pointed out, if you look in this hole, can you guys see that? That's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, there's about 4 of them.
I jumped when I first saw it. Oh, there's one right there. Jeez Louise, man. That looks like Frankenstein. Look at this creepy thing. Who's putting these up here? So another one of these creepy things. Look at that.
It's nice to just shut off the thinker and keep going.
Look at this tree. Alpine's up there. It's a mystery who built this trail, but maybe it's to do some maintenance or whatever up on there's a repeater up there. It's a steep one for sure, but oh, look at this.
Welcome to my playground. This is where I play all the time.
Self-proclaimed Mount Donald.
Mount Donald.
I like it, man.
This is Mount Donald 2.0 over here.
I don't know about that. I think you get one. You'll get two.
So there's our summit is up over that hill there. So give you an idea of how far we got to go.
Oh, sweet. Not too far.
Not too far.
Stairway to heaven, as Donald has said. And somebody who probably did all those other weird carvings got a serpent head here. This is proving to be one of the weirdest hikes I've ever done. All the weird sculptures in the trees. How are you doing?
Oh, great, man. This is awesome. I love this place.
Nice little crack here. Playground up here. So we've got wasp there, there. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's one underneath this tree here. So the key is they get angry and they tell their buddies. So you gotta just not anger them. You gotta find a spot and then you go for it. Okay, go. Go. This damn wasp, man. So we've got a bit of a cougar's lunch here. Right there, we've got a couple feathers. I did hear a weird screech. I didn't get it on camera about 20 minutes ago. Oh, we got some bunch of tadpoles in there. You had to, you could drink that through a filter. Wow. Yeah. This is steep, man. Yeah. This is absolutely grueling. This is a relentless trip. Oh my God. Definitely need those rests coming up here.
Well, we made it through the steep pours part.
There's a little cairn up there. Not really helping anyone, but do have a nice little pool of water. Look at this playground up here. That's nice and cool. So I got the goofy hat out now. We are out officially in the playground. So we're heading up to a little tarn. We're gonna just take a look at that one first and then head over to Big Lake. First summit over there, and then further west to the Big Mountain. At some point we're gonna have to give these names because I'm not gonna call it Big Mountain the whole time. They don't have names, any of them. Oh wow. Amazing. Another tiny little tarn over there. So you can see there's a fire it looks like it's mostly out, still smoldering there.
I think we want to go way over that way.
Got another cute little tarn there. So we got some all these little tadpoles down here. More backcountry bliss.
Hopefully it's not shot me falling.
Whoa, there it is. The big ding dong up here. Look at this terrain. Wow. Just where to go, where to go. Got the summit. True summit is over there. Let's go over there. What a glorious day up here. And this is just the start. We got this peak checked off, and then we're gonna head down there. This is just what I needed. I've been saving this one up for a long time now because I knew it'd be pretty glorious up here. So I needed a good reminder of why I need to fight for what's going on in my life right now. My main YouTube channel, I have one with 250,000 subs, was hacked and it was taken down. YouTube won't give it back to me. They just deleted it. They pretty much ignore me and won't even talk to me anymore. And it's destroyed my life for the time being, financially. I needed a good mountain to, you know, give me a reason to fight. Why do I need to fight? And this is it here. This is the point of life. I say it all the time on top of mountains. What is the point of life? It's this. This is it. We're gonna head on now, and we're gonna see if we can get way over there and have a campsite right on top of that mountain there. What kind of tent did you bring for us today?
Oh, us?
Yeah, I didn't bring a tent. I thought you said you were just bringing
Brokeback Mountain. You know that movie, Brokeback Mountain?
That's a two-person, right?
Yeah. Well, it's really tight, so we'll have to be cuddle really.
Really? You didn't bring a two-person?
It's a two-person. It's a Big Agnes.
I'm just kidding, man. I got my own tent.
Oh.
Yeah, see that? He was willing to let me.
I'll keep you
Brokeback sleep in his tent with him.
It's a survival thing.
So Donald's in the lead here. He's chosen to go this way, and we've got a rule, like if one of us highly opposes, and we will just call it out. Otherwise, you know, just continue along. And so this looks good to me, and he's going exactly where I would go, over there, and then kind of around and down. This is absolutely wild. I've waited a year to get up here. Got a nice tarn. There's just water everywhere up here. Well, it goes around here. Oh, yeah. So we just got off that summit block and we've head down the first dip. Definitely looked at the map ahead of time and I know where all the big lakes are, or tarns. And there's a bunch of little pools, so you basically could camp anywhere. We've got actually tons here. Yeah. So we're just trying to decide now, do we go up here or do we go left? And that's where we came from. Big radio repeater. Everywhere, it's just unbelievable. We were just talking about how it's so overstimulating to see such beauty. No clear cuts, no nothing, just the most magical, majestic views. Like unreal. Look, ocean over there, just perfect. Who made these mountains? Who invented this? It's so good, man. So something Donald and I are doing that's it's basically an unspoken rule, but we just basically change who's leading, you know, every half a kilometer or so, half a kilometer to 1 kilometer, just because trail finding is very taxing on the mind, looking which path between the rocks, it just really burns you out. So if you keep switching with someone, it really allows the other person to kind of chill and relax a bit, and then they can just follow. Wow. Wow. So we established another rule too, that's we don't get more than 50 meters apart. Back there I was going up on the slab because it felt better on my ankles. He went down through the kind of the chute where it was all rocky, but we stay within around 50 meters so we don't get too far. We just got to a point here where there's a big crack and we started to go down, and it was just time at that point to pull out the maps and check out the topo. So before I go out, I make a map where all the best topo lines are and I draw a line straight through it. And you can't really see it too well from here. So right there you see between the cracks, that's where we were headed, and checking the topo, it drops off to a cliff. So following the line that was originally drawn on the map, got to head over here to get down. So there's a spot we went around. You can see that drops right down to Tarn Valley, big cliff there. And we got to head over here somewhere. So we're just looking at our plan here. There's a lake down there, which is the kind of first objective. We can always camp there, and then we're actually trying to get up on the ridge where the rocks are, and between the kind of dip right there is another lake. We want to camp there. So we're gonna head for this tarn that's right here, and then head left and down this way, and then back up to the lake that's there. We just came to this edge here, and the way on the other side is just a straight cliff, so we've come over to this one, and you can see down here we can definitely get down there. So to do that, got to backtrack back there where Donald is, and this is part of the route finding. We're finding the routes, right? So which is very much different than following a trail. So having to read the topo lines very carefully to get down here, and we are getting to a bit of a pinch, and then yeah, so there's a spot right here we can go down, and then head that to the left, and there should be a bit of a steep drop there. We might have to go diagonal. I'm not sure if it's rock or forest, but yeah, we'll get down there. So we've got the dinosaur footprint lakes here. There's 1, 2, 3 little paw prints. And we've got to go over here now, and topo says we can get down over here somewhere. So now we've got to figure out a way to get down to this lake here. Yeah. To the left probably makes sense.
It drops off pretty good. I think what I did is I kind of went down around here, and then I had to backtrack through here somewhere, and then get over to this and drop in off of this thing.
Now you might be wondering, aren't you guys going out there to do a first ascent? How is it that Donald's already been out there? Well, he's been out into that area, but he didn't summit the Red Dragon. He went down into the bowl and then went up over the ridge and down into the Ursa River. And when you bushwhack, it's often really hard to remember where you went, even following your own track. But in the case of Donald, he actually only went one way. He went out to the bowl, he went over to the Ursa River, and then he fell the final 20 feet, smashed his head on a rock, ended up with a concussion, called for rescue on the iPhone 14, then waited until the next day, set up camp, and they came out and long-lined him out. So he only went down. He hiked in and he never hiked back out. Often you need to hike back out to solidify your knowledge of your bushwhack track. So essentially he had a rough idea where he was going. He had a crude track that he recorded, but we were having to figure it out.
Good. It's definitely sketchy, David, so be very focused, but I think it's pretty doable.
So you can see Donald down there. We were trying to go up over or come down over there, but that didn't really work out too well. And the previous spot is this one. You can see that's not looking friendly. Very dangerous. So this, not too bad. So far this looks good down here. Topo looks steep here, but doable. So we're gonna head right for these trees and head straight down. He's been up here before, so it is possible. We know that. Trying to find the exact kind of same spot is difficult.
This also looks like, to me, I don't know, that looks like it could be a fucking nasty drop there.
Yeah, it looks like there's a drop right there. We're looking, he had gone originally that way and then switched way back over. I'm looking here going this way along the top and then going to that white rock and then going down. So we're currently bouncing back and forth. We tried a route that I had seen over there, like an upper ramp, but it was getting to the point where we would just go and go and go, and we don't know if it actually connected. So we're looking at his track. He has a track, but it was kind of not a great route. So we were trying to find something better, but maybe that's the only thing we have. Yeah, let's go down this. So this is where your track was, or is. So we found a route down right here. And we're more closer to the big cliff over there now. We just need to find a way down to this kind of, there's a big green rock chute which connects right to the ridge all the way down. We just got to get a little bit further down here.
There's stuff through here.
It's been some exhausting route finding, that's for sure. We end up going to the far side. The lake is just over here, so we're right against the cliff now, and you can see Donald coming down behind me there. I found a way that was just over here, so I just came down that side, and I think we're going to just push through this forest here now, and it should hopefully connect up soon. So we're about halfway down now. Oh, it's absolutely terrible. And that's what we just came down, all that stuff, just face first through all these bushes, just terrible stuff. We've come across a giant canyon here, so we got to switch back to the left now. Look at this. Look at that big drop off. So this is turning into bushwhack hell to get down here. Oh, it's rough. It's so rough. So we came along the ridge there, down. There's a huge hole underneath that rock that drops down 10 feet. Up here, through this bush. Just coming out of bushwhack hell here. Got a little water at a pretty ugly looking tarn back there, murky one, but it's so hot out here right now. 5:33, so we're looking straight onto those lakes at the bottom. So we're still on track here. We can get down there before it gets dark, set up camp. So if we had to, you just can't even see, it's so bushy, it's so thick, but there's huge cliffs in there. You can see through there. A lot of climbing and a lot of route finding. Getting cooked here, mentally and physically. Ooh, I'm tired. Gotta get to this lake soon, put down the tent and just chill. Route finding, so we just went all the way around this thing, but I think we could definitely, where we're going down the chute here, which we kind of were already at. It's just, that's part of route finding. So we got the big lake there. If we look up here, that's where we were, right up there. Camo, zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. That's a big cliff there. Oh, that's wild. This is the roughest bushwhack I've ever done. It's we're really close now. You can see over there, that bluff over there, that's where we're getting up to. We're just gonna find a tarn. Either a smaller one on top or we'll go down lower, but we're getting close to our bluff here to set up camp, right up there. Definitely worked. So we made it up to the bluff. We're just looking, there's a nice little tarn ahead of me here. We're just looking for some flat spots. That's good enough to get some water. Well, that really drops down there to go to that lake down there.
Oh, I can't believe I did this again. I thought I learned my lesson the first time.
Well, here's the lake. This lake is way down there too. Way down there. So just got my tent set up here. So it's a real chore setting up this tent in a rocky environment, but I got it set up. It's a little lopsided, but it's comfortable inside. That's all that matters. The sun is just going down now. It just kind of behind the mountain over there, but it's still kissing the top of this horrendous peak. We came down. Oh, so beautiful out here. It's just unreal. There's not a single logging cut in sight. Mountains everywhere that basically most people have never seen. What kind of tent do you got here?
This is a Big Agnes copper spur.
Oh right, I asked you earlier. Copper spur 2-person, yeah.
Yeah, they're tight for 2 people.
Really tight. Bring a tent then.
Yeah, they their tent ratings that way is
snug.
Questionable.
Look at mine. I was able to get it taut on the sides there. Obviously the door's loose because I have it open, and then it's, you know, it's a little soft. It's good to go. I'm on some moss and these little shrubs, so it's comfortable enough. So I just need to actually cook some food now because I've only had 400 calories, 500, 600 calories today, and I burned about 4,000. Kind of get set up and then just hang out at this bluff here and not have to move after this. So I've got some kettle cooked chili down here. some rice noodles. Yeah, it's Donald's blowing up his sleeping pad. Absolutely exhausted. Still haven't eaten anything more than the 600 calories. Soon the food will be ready. Look at this. Amazing. It's gotten really dark out here. See my tent set up. Didn't bring a pillow this time, just a jacket in there. I've got 2 sleeping bags and my pad, charging batteries and stuff. Was able to finally get some food. I spilled chili on my shorts, which was fun. I had to wash them, and I also had maggots in one of my packets of nuts, which was also very fun because I'm pretty sure I ate some. Hey, Camp Donald here. You can see it on there, but his guy lines on everything are all like glow in the dark.
Oh, this is awesome. You can come around the other side. Got it open.
So you're set up in here.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, you got nice space in here. That's more spacious than mine.
Yeah, pretty cozy.
Very cool.
I'm looking forward to this sleep tonight. It's gonna be a good one.
Me too. Have a good night, dude.
Okay. Good night, David.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 2. I didn't sleep for a while last night because I had my contacts in until I finally figured that out. Also was incredibly stressed. Took me a while to get to sleep last night. I was really stressed about going back up that thing just because it's not easy navigation. It's like really the most challenging navigation I've ever encountered. You have to like get it absolutely perfect because there's 10-foot, 20-foot cliffs on that, above that huge cliff, and it was just stressing me out. It's about 6:45 in the morning, so we're gonna get up soon here and get to it. Try to bag this peak over there.
Would you believe this guy's got an electric toothbrush? For a guy who's such a wild man, the electric toothbrush. Oh, that's funny. Whew, it's chilly out here. So it's time for a bit of a real confession here. So we got down to camp here. Donald was really hauling, like he was basically carrying us on his back, not literally, but mentally. He navigated us down here, and I was overheating the afternoon sun. When I got into camp, all in my mind was thinking, like, how do I get out of here? Am I gonna have to call a chopper? Blah blah blah. It's all this mental fatigue crap. I was just like, it took me a good hour and a half in my tent to finally have all the food kick in and not be completely drained to the point where I'm like, yeah, we can get back up there. It's not like this super daunting task, but that's what it felt like for like an hour and a half. My brain was just going and going and going. The light is looking beautiful. We're gonna head up, or at least attempt to do this peak right there, that guy right there. So we started the day with a nasty scramble down that where our tents are. Got this nice little chute here, which is gonna turn into more bush soon. So now we're getting some distance. That's where we started. It's nice and cool right now.
Yeah, I think we're off to the races.
Well, there's a stream drop there. Oh, yeah, folks, that's not fun. There's these bald-faced wasps up here, and they're so annoying. Keep trying to burrow in my head. We filmed the bushwhacking parts, but this is, oh my gosh. This is basically the whole day. That was definitely a little rough back there. 15, 20 feet of class 4 climbing up there. Get up on top of this bluff. So on the way back, it would be possible to go down, but could potentially go around on this stuff over here. You can see the objective way up there. Oh, that was brutal. Climbing up this kind of dry waterfall that's not dry, wet. steep rock and trees. We went all the way there along this kind of stuff. It's brutal. Now it's flattening out a bit. It's pretty, this is rough. This is the roughest bushwhacking ever. So we came up to a big rock wall now. So I'm gonna come over here now. Hitting a serious crux here. I'm, well, the stuff that I've gone up now, my nerves are cooked to go up there. Donald already just tried climbing up there. He could get up there. It's just so wet and it's exposed over this huge thing here. For the crux here, I didn't film a lot because I was really stressed, but within that grass is a bunch of slippery mud. One slip, we'd go off the waterfall down about 200 or 300 feet. What you're seeing here is a few clips I filmed on the way down just to properly show it off. Well, now you see I'm on the other side after eating some food, getting some water, and Donald guiding me very carefully through a slick mud patch at the top of that slippery grass. He got me through. So we got bear crap here, which means it's traversable by a bear. So yeah.
Okay, there's a cedar there, there's an alder there, there's a fir there.
Oh, pretty good. Okay, well, this is rough. Shoelace caught. Okay. What you don't see here is we're standing on a 45 to 50 degree angle, holding on to the bushes. And as we move between the trees, if you slip, you'll fall between them. Oh, my pole's stuck. Okay. Oh, see what you're saying. See what you're saying. Big drop there. Oh, my skin.
Kind of up in this general area. That rock there, I think we're gonna go up and behind it.
This is a lot better here.
Sure, we might just switch back and forth, but
should be getting close. We're up to 400 meters now. See the cliff stuff, I don't like it. Oh.
looks like a game trail right here.
Oh. Oh, he got on top of this wall. You almost broke me 3 times coming up here, Donald. You are definitely way more hardcore than I think people realize. To do this kind of stuff solo, I mean, I do a lot of this myself, but not to this extreme.
Look at this. We got
oh.
we run across here, then we are look at how many trees we got left in our way.
Oh, wax on, wax off. This is terrible, but not a steep cliff. So. Oh. You can see where we started down here, right over there. Oh. Oh. Yeah, there's cliffs everywhere. Not too bad though. The summit we're going for it's behind this hump back there. First peak of the 3 Dragons. Going up that bushwhack there almost broke me 3 times. There's one time I actually full on quit. I was just like, I can't do it. Donald went ahead and checked to see if the trail was better over there. And I pulled out some candy, some Australian licorice. I knew I was getting a little blood sugar. I sugared up. I had my wits about me. I was able to do it. You know, there was a bit of baby mode. I might have some mud on my knees. He's just getting some water now down here at this absolutely gorgeous tarn. It's time to see if we can go bag this peak. It's 11:45. Definitely a little slower than expected because of me problems with getting through that forest, but we'll go back the exact same way we came. That puts us at 2 to 3, 4, 5, back to the tent at 6. Kind of 1 hour of buffer. It's not a lot, but that's how some of these big days go. We've got headlamps. The bottom section has one bad climb I didn't film because even Donald said he couldn't look. It was about 20 feet up.
I think I went up to see that slide.
Woo! We just bushwhacked up the wall. I didn't get any footage from there. Having to focus. Now we're a little higher up. We're hoping we just pop up onto the rock here and then there's no more terrible bush scrambling.
Clear cut.
So Donald's trying to go up that way. I've gone up this. I'm trying to go up here. There's more shrubby and stuff. A little more friendly to climb up here. It went, I don't know if it connects all the way. It might be some big crack or whatever, maybe it goes. But you can see, I just right through the bushes. Not too bad. So now I'm going up this. It's just a matter of is it flush and connects? Ah, there's Donald. Yeah, so it goes both ways. I think I'll probably go down his way. We're really hauling ass here because we're under the gun here at the clock. The last bit here looks kind of rolly and I don't know, I don't want to speak too soon.
Definitely the way. No, it looks like it wants us to go around that front face there.
You can see our tent down there. Oh, it's like right down there. There's the summit up there. Don't know if it's possible, but we're looking at it. It's a real guessing game up here. So Donald has been to the inner bowl and down on the other side, but not on the summit. So this last whole section here is just full, complete raw route finding and finding our way. We're getting close. There's a summit behind me there. So we're pretty darn close to the top, man. It's right here. We're still not sure if it fully goes, but it kind of looks like it does. Take a little breath here and then go last few moves. Close. Finish this off strong. See what I'm standing on right now. This is, yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh. This one looks like a foot or two higher. They might actually see us. There's a plane up here. Boat planes. What are the odds they see us, man? Totally see us, dude. climb, dude. Amazing. I know what the meaning to life is. It's this right here. This feeling. This place. Good company. Oh, this feels this is the hardest, I'd say, physical achievement I've ever done. Just because of that bushwhacking so hard. So what do you think of this, Donald?
Love it. This is just another day in the life for me. Okay, maybe not. Sitting up on the peak here. It's a nice feeling.
Yeah, man, this guy's the real deal. Like, I knew he went into the backcountry, but like he really goes far. Like, he was way down in the valley there, just bushwhacking down the side, down to the creek, just for the heck of it. Like, nobody comes back here aside from that float plane. I tend to do a lot of bushwhacking myself, but I've never been this deep into the middle of Timbuk nowhere. This is a real monumental achievement for myself. Scary getting up here, and I can't believe we bagged it. It was just like right on that edge the whole time. It was just like, oh man. We still have to get down, and that's the thing, is we gotta, as much as I want to sit up here and enjoy and eat and this and that, it's like, gotta get off the summit block, maybe get down to that first lake, have a quick snack, some electrolytes, and then huff it up there, because we've got one big nasty scramble just off the block here, and then there's the front of the mountain there. We're setting aside 2 hours to do that. We've got to do it before the sun goes down.
Well, what time are we? 2? What did 1:30? What did it take us? We left at 7:30 or later, and we're at 1 now. We should be good.
So we got the daunting task now of getting back all the way down to the lakes down there. There's a lot of distance to cover. We're just barely within the emergency turnaround time, which is 2 o'clock. We're 1:42 right now. The 3:03, we're down now. You can see it, this tarn. This was terrible. Terrible doesn't even describe it. Trying to find your way with using my watch on my my Garmin, which is great, but still a difference of 10 feet. We are on like an 80-degree slope, rappelling off trees down a chute. It's just the sketchiest thing ever. So just getting off the mountain now, you can see the clouds are eating it up. Oh, the timing on that. That's a pretty close call, actually.
And you know what? We might get fogged in tonight.
So we got to get down. Oh, geez, really racing the fog. It's coming in thick. We're almost to the highest point here, and then we can head down the horrendous multi-hour bushwhack. But at least we have somewhere to follow, and we're going down. So it should be a lot faster. Oh, that hurts. It cuts.
Are you cut bad?
Nope. So we're just past 5:30. It took us 3.5 hours. We're looking at the tents. We're still not there. Just to show you this landscape. These rocks, they'll drop off 50, 60, 80 feet, and you have to be on the exact right spot or you don't get to go across. So there's a big gorge between us. You can see right at the top there is Donald's tent. There's no way you can get down there. You see, it's all like these big drops, 60 feet, 50 feet, 40 feet. We made it back. It's about 6 o'clock. There's where we were. Dude,
Killed it.
amazing. That was amazing. You're an absolute beast navigating. Look at the clouds over here.
It's like a fog fall.
Yeah.
You see it from like Donald. It's just the west coast wind blows against these mountains. It's got nowhere to go but up. It curls over. The hot air from the Alberni Valley just pushes it down. The hot air rises. Cool air cold.
It's crazy.
The fall. I call them fog falls.
Woo! It did come with a few battle scars. Let's check in here. I'm bleeding. I need to tend to myself.
Yeah, that's it.
Not even 20 minutes in camp, and gale force winds have flared up. Nearly blew my tent off of the edge here. Luckily, I had it tied to a bunch of rocks and stuff. Luckily, because I have a trekking pole tent, mine was unaffected, but Donald was not so lucky. He's got some damage on his. I saw his fold down too, and I quickly threw our backpacks on each other's tents because he was over there getting some water.
Yeah.
So you can see his tent folded, and it just completely snapped.
Buckled the f***ing pole.
That's crazy. Like, you saw how well this was set up before. Now it's just folded. Is it only the one pole?
Yeah, I got some. I can probably splint it. I just need the wind to settle down.
If it doesn't work, we can prop that up on my tripod, I think. This is from a full day of bushwhacking. It's no more gale force winds, but it's still cold up here. It's time to go to bed, and in the morning we're gonna have to go conquer this guy, get back to the cars, get back to civilization. I think we're both ready for it. So how'd you repair this thing?
I splinted it with three of my 10 pegs
Pretty sweet.
and surgical tape.
Wrapped it up, good to go. So you're sleeping with no fly.
Yeah.
You got a
Less wind
warm sleeping
resistance.
bag. Yeah.
So.
At least you got that really warm sleeping bag. So.
Yeah.
And you do have protection lower down.
Yeah.
Looks like. See you in the morning.
Yeah. Good night, David.
Good morning, it's 6:18. We're getting up because there's a chance of rain today and it's time to get off this mountain. So we've got to go conquer the big face there. We're gonna get packed up, kind of take on the bottom section first before it really gets light out, have my headlamp, and then head up the wall as the light's coming up, and hopefully get on top of there and start getting across before the projected rainstorms at 11 o'clock. We still have a trail to go down we don't want to do in the rain. It was windy all night, just really, really gusty, and both of us didn't sleep much.
Crappy weather out here today. Good morning, everyone. Day 3. We got to get out of here. It does not look friendly. So we got to go up there. Our GPS isn't working all that well. So we're off the bottom section now. Donald is really taking us through here. My connection to my phone and my watch are not, I'm getting 0 GPS. I think it's because it uses my phone, which is a Samsung S8, and he's got an iPhone 14, which has a much better GPS. So luckily we both have tracks, so he's taking us up now. We're just starting the ascent of the big peak here. Unfortunately, it's misting hard, so it's actually pretty wet out here now. What do you have to say?
Get me off this mountain.
So we're now at the base here. There's this tarn that we got water at before. It was really hot, and now we're going straight up. It is miserable out here. Absolutely miserable.
Talk about it's a beautiful day.
The rock is
West Coast, man. This is what it's like out here.
the rock is wet, but it's like it kind of got half the grip it used to have, maybe 30% left. So it's like you really have to be careful. The giant cliff is just straight ahead of us here, which is nice. You can't see it.
Going back to warm car, warm food,
Yeah.
cold beer, you know, all that stuff.
Yeah. See, this here's a piece of tape. So probably some vlogger in the 80s or 70s came and flagged this. Pretty wild.
Too far off my course.
We got on top. We had to create a whole bunch of bypasses through the trees and the roots and stuff, and because the rock, normally you can just walk up and down like it's nothing, but it's so wet. We're not all the way up, but getting pretty darn close now. We're out of the terrible stuff. How'd you find that?
Nasty. That wasn't too bad.
So we just climbed up on top of this big bluff here. This is Dinosaur Footprint Lake, as I call it. We found a little spot to noodle up through the shrubs there because this rock was too slick. Now we just have one last crux, which is getting up here, because it was really grippy when we came down on the rock, but now we need to find shrubs. This is a tarn we might have seen, I'm not sure. Another one up here.
Wrap around. Well, I hope.
Starting to rain a little bit now. We're about halfway to the top of the trail that goes down. It's definitely raining now. We're about half an hour away from the top of the trailhead down, right next to the big lake. Cutting this through. So we gotta climb up here now. I think maybe over here. Oh, so we're back to the main bowl. The repeater is somewhere behind us there. Now we just need to, There's actually another peak there. I was planning on getting that one, but not today. It's too nasty, so we just got to get down that bowl and then head to the right and get down to the top of the trailhead, and then we've got like 3 or so hours down. Yeah, so that's not the way down there. Trouble with our navigation now, and we're pretty close to the top of the trailhead, but
Here we go, back on. Yeah, it's showing us wanting to go a little bit that way.
so this is a spot where we initially came up, and it was nice and sunny. Not so sunny today. The rain's kind of coming on and off. It's a little less right now. It's been pouring a lot harder. So we're back. This is that little turn at the start, right down here, right there. Oh my gosh, it's terrible out here. I'm surprised this little camera is still working, to be honest. It's not waterproof at all. So now we're gonna find our way to the trailhead, or to the top of the trail, and then down the trailhead for another 3 hours. So the trail should be here somewhere.
Really wet.
Careful. We're so close. Oh, we're so tired. Right on, dude.
And killed it. That was pretty
Awesome.
epic, man.
It was awesome. I'm absolutely worked. So is Donald, I think.
Yeah.
Knees are sore. Ooh, that trail just got worse and worse and worse as the day's gone on here. 6 hours? I don't know. I have all the stats on the screen here.
Come on, Steven. You got this. Boom! No problem. Look at my nice bridge at Clear Day.
Yeah.
Go home, sweet home. Woo!
This is a good one. That one there's a real slicer.
Yeah. I used to look like that all the time. I just stopped beating up my body so much. Like,
Check this out. So from up there, a huge piece of rock broke off, came through here, and it's right here. Look at this. Just completely bulldozed its way through. There's a better shot of it. Wow. Now, the first vertical part of this journey, there's actually a trail that was built by a guy, I'm assuming, to service the radio repeater, and he actually named the big lake Dragon Lake and has a dragon skull that he carved there. Now, when Donald and I went out to do the Red Dragon, I named that peak simply because there was a lake in the middle and it looked like 3 dragon heads surrounding it. I didn't know about the guy who had made the dragon skull and named it Dragon Lake. It just happened to align that way. Now you might be wondering, first ascent, I haven't mentioned much about that in the video. That was the point of the journey, right? Well, it turns out we went out there, we bagged the peak, we thought we had the first ascent, but then Donald, a few weeks after we did that adventure, he ran into a guy in the bush out there. There were a few pieces of trail tape we thought were maybe from loggers, or maybe the guy who built the cabin. It turns out the guy who built the cabin never made it up to the Red Dragon. They couldn't get up that steep wall safely. Donald met a guy out there who was a rock climber, and he beat us to it by a couple months, and he's actually summited the Red Dragon, the Black, and the White Dragon. So seeking to go out and do that as a first ascent and then finding out someone else did it, it took a little bit of the wind out of the sails there for a minute, but then I realized that's not the point of the journey. It doesn't take anything away from what we did there. It was such an amazing journey, such an amazing memory to look back on, and the sense of accomplishment isn't diminished at all, really. So I think that's the point of the video, is it doesn't matter. This isn't about ego. This is about enjoying life and go out and do hard things like that. And I know that's not for everyone. Some people like to do hard things in different ways, but it wasn't about the first ascent. But congratulations to a crazy guy who goes out in the bush by himself with his dog and just summits mountains. Looking back on this adventure, even if I knew that it wasn't going to be a first ascent, it wouldn't change anything. It was an amazing experience. It really pushed me out of my comfort zone, and it really got me some self-worth and self-confidence I needed in that hard time of my life. Since then, things have changed dramatically in my life. Those 3 days going out to do Red Dragon were a changing point in my life and something I wouldn't trade for anything. Thanks for watching. If you guys want to support these videos, I have a Patreon at patreon.com/davidhiking. I'll see you guys in the next episode.